Hey y'all, it's Alex from You Should Craft, and today we'll learn how to crochet the half double crochet. If you're following along in our Newbie Series, this is day 12. And if you're not, you definitely should be, so you can sign up through the link in the description below. But let's talk a little bit more about the materials you'll need to crochet the half double crochet. You can use any yarn and hook, as with all of the standard stitches, but I'm going to use Bravo worsted. This color is called Marina, and I'm going to use my J 6mm hook. I'm using a thicker yarn and a bigger hook, just makes it a little bit easier to crochet, especially when you're new. But circling back to the half double crochet, this is my absolute favorite of the basic beginner stitches. It's got good height, it works up quickly, and it has, you can kind of see it here, but there's kind of this little like crossbar thing that just looks really cool when it works up. So if you see the half double crochet in patterns, it will be abbreviated as HDC. And if you see it in charts, it'll be abbreviated as a T. So one thing to note about the half double crochet is that it has 3 loops. So when your work is facing you, it still has the front loops, which are these that are closest to you, and the back loops, which are the back of those V's, the ones that are furthest from you. And we'll actually be using these back loops in a couple days. And half double crochets also have something called the third loop. So if you look at a swatch, you can kind of see this like textured bar created here. And that happens because of the third loops. So if you look at the stitches, there are these extra loops. So we still have the 2 like front and back loops, but then we have these as well, and that's the third loop. So we won't learn it in this series, but you can actually crochet into this loop in order to create some cool ribbing effects. But again, that technique is a little bit more advanced. I just want you to know that there is an extra like part of the half double crochets. That is it. So let's go ahead and get started crocheting the half double crochet. So again, you can use any hook and any yarn, and you'll start with a chain. So you'll make your slip knot like usual and insert your hook and then pull it however tight you want it to be, and then set up how you hold your hook and your yarn. And you can chain any number for the half double crochet. I'm going to chain 14 just because I feel like it's like a significant size swatch. You don't want one that's like super, super teeny, but you also don't want to practice on something that's like gigantic. So I don't know, this is kind of like middle sized, I guess. But again, it totally doesn't matter. So here's 1, 2, so I kind of lost count, but again, it doesn't really matter. One thing to keep in mind is that just like the single crochets, you'll end up with 1 less half double crochet than whatever your starting chain was. So I've ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that will give me 14 stitches. So you will yarn over And this is what differentiates it from a single crochet, because honestly the rest of the stitch is super simple or super similar. So you've got your yarn over, you're going to skip your first chain. And again, I like to go in the back bump. So skip, and then we'll insert our hook here. And then we're going to go over or pull through all the loops on the hook. So let me walk you through it this time now that you've seen it once. So we yarn over. We insert our hook into the back bump. We yarn over again and pull through our first loop, that chain. And then we yarn over again and pull through these remaining 3 loops. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you've got 3, and you'll yarn over and pull through everything. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through everything. So this is basically it. Again, we're yarning over, inserting our hook into the back bump, yarning over and pulling up of the first loop, and then yarning over and pulling through everything. So those last 3. Yarn over and insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through everything. So I've only got like 2 or 3 stitches left in this row, so I'll just finish up with you guys. And that way I could show you how to turn for your next row, though it is exactly the same as with single crochets. So here's my very last stitch from row 1. I've got 1 full row of half double crochets, and I'm going to chain 1. So again, it's totally the same as single crochets. And then I turn my work, I yarn over. Now I insert into both loops. Yarn over, pull up those first loops, and then take a break to fix your yarn because I kind of pulled up like the whole center of my yarn ball all at once. All right. Sorry. Get my stuff set back up. And then I already had the 3 loops from before. I had to stop, pull them all through. So again, hopefully won't be interrupted, but yarn over, insert your hook into both loops, yarn over, pull through that like stitch loop. Then you have 3 left, yarn over and pull through all of them. So like, that's it, y'all. So you will just continue this for ever or for as long as you want your HDC swatch to be. So I stopped at a couple rows, but if you're new, I would just do it until you feel pretty comfortable doing it. We have a couple more days of HDC tutorials and patterns coming up, so it's not like you'll never get to practice again. But you do want to be pretty fluent with it. So thank you so much for watching. That's all that I have for you today, but again, keep practicing this. Be sure to subscribe to the You Should Craft channel and check out the You Should Craft blog for more beginner patterns and awesome free tutorials and just lots of cool stuff. So thanks for watching.